Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Casey and I do have some really exciting news to share with you guys. As you can tell by the title below, I'm going to be telling you guys where I'm moving. But before we get started, hit the subscribe button. It'll help myself and with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you guys do enjoy these kind of videos where I sit down and talk to you guys, hit the thumbs up button as well. And feel free to comment anything in the section below. So let's get started. So if you guys seen my previous video titled Why I Started a Business, I briefly explained where I'm from and where I was raised. So if you guys haven't seen that video yet, I'm gonna link it down below so you guys can find out more about myself. So let me just do a quick summary. So I was born and raised in Porterville, California, which is located in the central California. It's literally between like Fresno and Bakersfield. 1 year after high school, I was 19 years old, and as I explained in the previous video, there was nothing for me out here and there's no like opportunities or anything like that. So that's when I decided to look for a job in San Jose, which is in the Bay Area. Well, it's considered Bay Area, but I lived there from February 7th of 2013, and then I moved out October 15 of 2020. Which was just last year. So you guys are probably wondering, like, why did I move out of San Jose for living there after 8 years? And if you guys want to know why I moved out of Porterville to begin with, I explained that in the Why Did I Start My Business, so I'm not going to get into all that. But the reason why I moved out of the Silicon Valley is because, one, it was super expensive. Two, I was on a lease with my ex-boyfriend. Our lease was supposed to end of November like 17th of 2020, but we decided to leave like a month earlier. So he and I were together for like 2 years, and you know, just as most relationships, it didn't work out because we were growing apart and just a bunch of other things. So we decided to call it quits, and since it was like kind of a last minute decision, I didn't want to look for a place by myself, and I've also experienced living on my own in San Jose already, so I didn't want to go through that struggle again. Mind you, San Jose is super expensive, so I did have my own studio apartment for a year prior to this relationship that I had with my ex. It was literally, I'm not kidding you, it was probably like 100 square feet. It was super tiny, like it was a box. And I was paying $1,100 a month, and I was working like 2-3 jobs at a time, and I didn't want to put myself in that situation again. So as soon as we called it quits, my only option, or the best option, was to move back home with my mom. I didn't want to look for an apartment because trying to find an apartment in San Jose is very challenging. You kind of have to be on a wait list if you want like a studio suite, and again, it's really expensive. So I was like, I might as well just move back home. I haven't been home in 8 years. So I called up my mom. I told her that I was moving back, and she was living alone at the time anyway, so she probably needed the company, and I was away from home for such a long time, so I thought it was the right time to go back. So I went back home, like I just packed my belongings within a week, because I just the vibe in that apartment with my ex was just, it was so excruciating, and it was just like heartbreaking. So I was like, I need to get out of here ASAP. So I packed up all my belongings. I literally put everything in my car. So I have a Jeep Cherokee. I packed that car so much, and it was just like from, you know, like from the bottom, from this, what am I saying? So like when you fold down the seats, so like from that all the way up to the top. So I try to fit as much as possible in that car. And then on October 15th, I drove my ass back to Porterville, which was like 3.5 hours. And yeah, so that's when I moved back to Porterville. I'm still here right now, and then I'm moving to Miami. So my move-in date is March 30th. So I've only been here for 5 months, and you guys are probably wondering why Miami and why are you moving so quickly, like you just got back home. So let me just get into that right now. Porterville is such a tiny town. Like, there are no jobs out here. And not only Porterville, just like all of Central California is just like, it's dry. And I feel it just reminded me why I moved out of here to begin with. So like that first month that I moved back, like all of November, I was searching for a job. Literally, I went to like every coffee shop, every like retail store, every hotel. I called them up. I told them like I'm looking for a job. You know, like I had some interviews here and there, but I had no luck whatsoever. And it was just new to me because like in San Jose or just like the Silicon Valley, it was super easy for me to find a job. Like I can land a job in one day after an interview. It was always like literally hired on the spot. But in Porterville, I was just having such a huge challenge. But luckily, I did have some money saved up, so I was able to like pay for my bills while looking for a job. Like, if I did not have savings, oh my god, my car would have been taken away. Like, I was paying for my phone, my insurance, all of that. So then my cousin hit me up, and he was a manager at Hollister, and he was like, hey, I can get you this job. Just come in for an interview. So then I went to the interview, and then I got hired like a week later, and I was working at Hollister for like 2-3 days a week. And the only downside is that I was driving from Porterville to Bakersfield, which was like an hour away. And again, like my Jeep is, you know, it takes a lot of gas. So I was paying like $100 a week just for gas. And I was like, this is not making sense. Like I'm working for free basically. Finally, after a month, I did an interview at La Quinta. It's like owned by Wyndham, but it's a hotel, by the way. So I was interviewed in, I can't remember the date exactly, but literally after a month later, they gave me a call, and it was for a management position. So they gave me a call, and the manager was like, we really love your resume, like we love your like how you were at the interview, blah blah blah. We want you to come in, and we'll pay you this much. And I was like, no, I have way too much experience for you to be giving me just that amount of money. So I decided to go meet up with the boss, the owner of La Quinta, because it was a franchise. And we sat down, we were just talking about like the pay rates that he would be offering me and stuff like that. And I was not happy. Like I had way too much experience to be accepting that low of a pay rate. So I finally was able to convince him to pay me like a certain rate. I'm the type of person that just I don't accept anything that I'm not happy with. Do you know what I mean? Like I try to fight for what I deserve. So he saw that and he accepted it. And then I finally started at La Quinta in January. And then just the whole get down, like, okay, so when I first started, I was just observing everyone, and I was observing how people move, and I did not like it whatsoever. So just the fact that he agreed to like help me succeed, and he was like pretty much begging me to work for him. It took me 3 times to meet up with him and finally agree that I want to work for him. And then just for him to turn around and like lie to me about a lot of things. I'm not going to get into that. So yeah, so that's when I was like, I'm not gonna work for this guy. I'm not happy for working for this company. I did meet some people there that I did get along with though. So like I give props to them, and they're super hard workers, and I feel bad that they're stuck working there. If you're watching this video, like you know who you are. So yeah, I just hope you guys get out of that environment soon, because it's just a very unhappy place to work for, and I am not gonna get stuck there, so I left. Mind you, I've had experience working at Staybridge Suites, Candlewood Suites, Hyatt. So those are like top-notch hotel companies, and we were expected to be super like professional, and we had to act a certain way, if you know what I mean. And in this hotel, it was so ghetto and like, I don't know. So it just wasn't for me. I wasn't used to it. Like the environment was not me. Like, okay, I'm not talking crap, but it's just not for me. It's not for everyone. So the moment I realized that, I was like, I do not like working here. I need to get out of Porterville, first of all, because everyone out here, like, they don't have the mentality that I have. I'm not talking crap about the people out here whatsoever. I'm just saying that I don't belong here. Like, this is not for me. Like, my mental state is different than everybody else. I realized that, like, a few moments after moving here, and that's when I was like, I need to make a change. Like, first, it's hard to find a job out here. Second, like, everyone's just like, okay, I know it feels like I'm talking crap, but it's just, we're not on the same level. I'm operating at like such a different level than everyone else out here. So I was like, I need to move. And then I was thinking about like my business and how much I want to expand my business, and my clothing line is like beachwear, so I needed to find like a tropical area. I was thinking San Diego, Puerto Rico, or Miami. I've never been to Puerto Rico, so I was like, okay, scratch that off the list. I don't know how it's like out there. Second, San Diego is in California. I'm done with California to begin with. Like, it's super expensive and it's more of like a retirement place. And then I was like, Miami. Miami's diverse. There's so many opportunities. It's fast paced. Like, I love fast paced. There's some skyline, there's beaches, there's like views, there's everything. And so I chose Miami. I told my mom, I was like, I'm moving to Miami. I told her like probably 3 weeks in advance, and then I bought the tickets and it's official. So now I'm moving March 30th. And so that's my story, and that's why I'm moving. And like just how I move, like I honestly move in no fear. The moment you have any doubts or second guesses about yourself, that's when it's like you're convincing your subconscious mind that you cannot do something, and that's what you want to get rid of. I'm telling you, do not fear anything. Like, don't fear doing something that you want to accomplish, because once you like doubt yourself, you can't do it, and you're telling yourself you can't do it. And I know it's easier said than done, but it does take a lot of practice. Like, I've been doing this. I've actually changed my mindset since I was at a young age. Like, I would tell myself, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And then like the more you tell yourself you can do something and that you want to like accomplish your desires and goals, you'll do it. Like, trust me. Just remove the words can't or maybe, and like just those like second guessing words, you know what I mean? Like, get those out of your mind. And then something that really does help me, if I'm in a negative state of mind, I'll just like meditate and journal. So like just releasing those negative energies like is gonna help you accomplish so much more. I promise you 100%. Just like go after whatever it is that you desire and you'll make it happen. I'm telling you. Like, our minds are super powerful. Anything you tell yourself is gonna put it out into the universe and it's gonna happen. Like, I'm a strong believer in manifestation and just like the law of attraction. If you guys don't know what that is, you guys can do your own research, but basically like we're all just made up of energy. Like, anything in the world is made up of energy. We're connected to earth, we're connected to everything, anything that breathes, lives, you know, anything. I'm telling you, like, we're so connected. And if you like realize how to use your mind and how like powerful it is, you can convince your subconscious mind to do anything. Like, I know it sounds like it doesn't make sense if you guys don't know anything about manifestation and stuff like that, but I would strongly recommend to like be in touch with yourself and the world and just like the universe, and just meditate. Like, it's gonna help you out. Okay, getting back on track. That is why I'm moving and where I'm moving. So once I get out there, I'm gonna show you guys like the empty apartment tour and all that good stuff. So if you guys again enjoy these kind of videos where I sit down and talk to you guys and kind of briefly explain like my stories and stuff like that, please hit the thumbs up button. And also please don't forget to subscribe so you guys don't miss out on any more of my videos. I'm going to be coming out with more business videos like entrepreneurship and all that good stuff. And if you guys have any questions, let me know so that I can make it into a video. Again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Casey.